Hi everybody, Ben Packer coming to you from the Old City of Jerusalem, Jerusalem Heritage House with our Ramban of the week. This week's Parsha is Haazinu, and it's a song-like Parsha. It's very interestingly written, and there's a lot of prophecy in this Parsha, and it can be even chilling, honestly, to read through the words and to read the commentary. It's a little unnerving to see how accurate we're so far ahead here from when it was first written down. And anyway, it's a little chilling. Anyway, I just want to focus on one verse. It says here, "They provoked my jealousy," talking about the Jewish people. "They provoked my jealousy with a non-God, angered me with their vanities, so I shall provoke them with a non-people." It's a very strange thing. And you can understand the non-God part, right? Because any idol worship would be that of a non-God. There's only one God, so if you worship something else, that would be a non-God. That makes sense. But what's a non-people? What's a non-people? So the Ramban suggests, and I believe Rashi does as well, but the Ramban suggests that this is referring to the Chaldeans. The Chaldeans, whom it stated, "Behold, the land of the Chaldeans, this nation that was not." This is a quote from Isaiah that the Ramban quotes, which means this nation that was not considered to be of any significance. But the Holy One, blessed is He, elevated them in order to discipline His world through them. So basically the idea the Ramban is bringing is that the Chaldeans were not very important. They weren't very impressive people. But God elevated them to be impressive in order to conquer the Jewish people during the first temple and exile them to Babylonia. So it's interesting because a lot of the other prophecies that we see in this week's Parsha seemingly are about after the second temple, not after the first temple. It would seem that way. Scattering the Jewish people across the whole world and things like that. There's a lot of some people say there's allusions here to the Holocaust. There's a lot of stuff here that would seem connected to more after the second temple. If that were to be the case, as opposed to the way the Ramban understands it, what's a non-people? Well, these Palestinians fit that perfectly. Right? There is no such people as the Palestinians, and they were made up in order to fight with us. This is a crazy thing. Normally you have these groups of people, and they have fights from time to time. But in our particular case, the Arabs are not a made-up people. There's a thing called Arabs. They existed before we had a fight with them. The Arabs. It's a thing. They speak Arabic. Right? But what are the Palestinians? They're a non-people. If we keep worshiping a non-God, whether it's materialism or whatever nonsense, then we're going to still be fighting with this non-people. But if we don't, then hopefully we won't. And as we see things are changing in the Middle East, hopefully soon this non-people will just either seek peace or disappear, whatever it is. Leave us alone so that we can have peace with the rest of the region and move things forward. So everyone should have Shabbat Shalom and a Gemar Chasim Tova to be inscribed in the Book of Life.